Hi everyone, welcome to NetGate Chemistry. So today also we are going to solve some of the previous year questions of GATE exams in chemical bonding. So the first question asked is the shape of CH3 negative ion is, and the four options given to us are trigonal planar, tetrahedral, trigonal pyramidal and linear. So basically we have to find out the shape of CH3 negative ion. If you look at this ion CH3 negative, then you will find that it is similar to ammonia molecule, because if I take this negative charge onto this central atom, that is if I consider C negative, then C negative is going to have 5 electrons in the valence shell. Similarly, nitrogen is also having 5 electrons in the valence shell. So just like ammonia molecule, CH3 negative ion will be oriented. C negative is having 5 electrons, so it will be having 5 electrons like this, and it is attached with 3 hydrogens, so 3 hydrogens will be attached like this. There will be 1 lone pair and 3 bond pairs, just like ammonia molecule. So because ammonia is having pyramidal shape, so it is also going to have that kind of a shape, right? So it is having trigonal pyramidal shape. So the correct option is option C. So now we'll move on to the next question. So the next question says that the structure of O3 and N3 negative are, and the options given are linear and bent respectively, both linear, both bent and linear respectively. So basically we have to find out the structures of O3 and N3 negative. For O3, we all are studying O3 structure from the very beginning. It is like this. Right, so it is sp2 hybridized. This oxygen is sp2 hybridized, having bent shaped, right? This is coordinate covalent bond. Okay, now we'll move on to the next structure, which is N3 negative. That also you know, it is linear like this, negative, positive, negative. It is sp hybridized and linear in shape. So O3 is bent and N3 negative is linear. So the correct option will be option D, right? So now we'll move on to the next question. So the next question says that among the following the linear molecule is, first option is CO2, next is NO2, third is SO2, and fourth is ClO2. So basically we have to find out the shape of the molecules. So first, starting with CO2 molecule, that we all know, carbon is having 4 electrons in the valence shell. 2 oxygens are attached like this because these are bivalent. So CO2 is having linear shape. So we have got our answer, which is option A. But for practice purpose, we are going to solve these remaining 3 molecules also. So CO2 is done. Now the second molecule is NO2. Here nitrogen is the central atom, having 5 electrons in the valence shell. 1 oxygen is doubly bonded like this. These 2 electrons are donated to this oxygen via coordinate covalent bond, right? And this nitrogen is having 1 partial lone pair on it, right? So because it has donated, so it will be having positive charge, and because it has accepted, it will be having negative charge on it. So this is basically the structure of NO2, where this nitrogen is having this partial lone pair on it. So the shape is bent. This is the second molecule. Now moving on to the third molecule, which is SO2. Here sulfur is the central atom. It belongs to oxygen family, so it is having 6 electrons in the valence shell. It is attached with 2 oxygens. Oxygens are bivalent, so it will be attached like this. And due to the presence of this lone pair, what happens? It doesn't remain linear because of the repulsions of this lone pair, and the shape is bent. Now the fourth molecule, which is ClO2. Here chlorine is the central atom. Chlorine belongs to halogen family, so it is having 7 electrons in the valence shell. Now it is having 2 oxygens. It will be doubly bonded because oxygens are bivalent. So this chlorine is also having 1 lone pair and 1 partial lone pair. This is a partial lone pair and this is a lone pair. So if we have to look for the shape, then we have to ignore these lone pairs. So what will be the shape? Shape will be bent. So the correct option is option A. Right? So now we'll move on to the next question. So the next question says that which of the following statement is correct for XeO2F2? First statement is it has a square planar structure. Second is it has trigonal bipyramidal based structure. Third is it is isostructural with XeF4. And fourth statement is it has a tetrahedral structure. So first we'll look for the structure of XeO2F2. So here xenon will be the central atom. Xenon belongs to noble gas family, so it will be having 8 electrons in the valence shell. Now xenon is attached with 2 fluorines and 2 oxygens. Fluorine is univalent, so it will be attached like this, and oxygen is bivalent, so it will be attached like this. This is a rough structure, so it will be like this. The rough structure of XeO2F2 will be like this. Here steric number comes out to be 1 lone pair plus 1, 2, 3, 4 bond pairs. Remember that while counting for the bond pairs, we do not count the pi bonds. We always count only the sigma bonds. So steric number will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Steric number is 5, so definitely the geometry is going to be trigonal bipyramidal based, like this. Right? So now for arranging these, we have to go for the Bent's rule. According to Bent's rule, lone pair is going to attach here. Fluorines are electronegative, they are going to attach at these 2 positions. These 2 oxygens will be attached like this. Right? So now this is the geometry of XeO2F2. Now we'll look for the statements. First statement is that it has a square planar structure. No, it is not having square planar structure. It is having trigonal bipyramidal based structure. Right? Now next is it has a trigonal bipyramidal based structure. This is the correct option, but still we'll look for these 2 options also. It is isostructural with XeF4. If we consider the structure of XeF4, then xenon will be the central atom having 8 electrons in the valence shell. It is attached with 4 fluorines, so fluorines are univalent. These will be attached like this. It will be having 2 lone pairs and 4 bond pairs. Right? So here steric number will be 4 plus 2, 6. Steric number is different, so definitely geometry is not going to be same. Structure is also not going to be same. So third option is incorrect. Next is it has a tetrahedral structure. No, it is not having tetrahedral. Instead it is having distorted tetrahedral structure. The tetrahedral structure is distorted. Right? Or you can say the seesaw structure. Right? Seesaw or distorted tetrahedral are the same thing. Right? So option B is correct. So I think we are going to stop this video now. We have discussed 4 questions which are being asked in the GATE exams from chemical bonding section. So far that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.